Alright guys, hey, how you doing? This is another update. I know you're currently still watching the end of Game of Death and awaiting for Battle for Mexico footage, but just right now I think it's a necessary update to show you the Team Latin America logo right now that we have done by Alejandro Tres, and also to announce some new members of Team Latin America and cover a couple other things. So what you're looking at right now is the new Team Latin America logo. That made by Alejandro Tres, who is also one of the new members. And also, here's a flyer for Team Latin America. So, we've added a couple new members. And I'm going to come back to this and show you again. Basically, I'm going to also go into a couple of things right now that I want to talk to you about the Dreamcancel situation. I mean, this is pretty much the unplugged version, still keeping it up, professional to a degree. But basically, guys, some of you people are saying that I ruined Dreamcancel, by leaving, etc. And I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter is, I'll let you know about that so you understand why it is that I left Dreamcancel. And that way you can understand where I'm coming from with this and why I'm doing this update, so people can, to where I look at it, place the blame where the blame needs to be placed. Basically, guys, I just want to let you know that really, the only reason I left Dreamcancel, guys, is because I was told to leave Dreamcancel. See, something that you all don't know, and they're not going to tell you on there, is that they're the one that told me to leave Dreamcancel. I was actually the one doing everything possible, trying to make amends. See, this was all in private discussion. The Answer was watching this. Desmond was watching it. Neil Cam. I was copying Cam 317. They all have copies of this conversation. They were all watching this conversation. It was a very, very interesting conversation. And I was doing my best to make amends. I was breaking it over backward, trying to apologize, make amends, doing everything possible to try to keep the peace. But they didn't want it. So here comes Desmond. He's the one that tells me to leave the forum. You should leave. Oh, but I bet he didn't tell you that on Dreamcancel, did he? Aha, that's right. So that's right. Desmond told me that I should leave Dreamcancel. So after a while, I was like, you know what? If I'm not wanted and I'm trying to make amends and these people aren't doing it, and oh, by the way, the Answer is watching all of this, by the way. He's seeing all of it, how it's going down. He doesn't agree with it. I was like, you know what? Fine, I will leave. So I decided I would leave Dreamcancel. But I told them, I was like, you know what? If I'm going to leave Dreamcancel because this is how you guys feel, guess what? I'm taking my crew with me. And I'm aware of the influence I have. So, they apparently, Neil Cam's like, well, only reason we made a Spanish section because Oscar told us to do that. Well, I'm sure infuriated Oscar, because Oscar says that the reason he did it was because Neil Cam wanted to appeal to the Latin American players on Dreamcancel. So I was like, dude, yo, straight up, dude, you all are aware that your relationship with a lot of Latin America is very much dependent on your relationship with me. And I made that very clear, and they didn't seem to care. So I was like, you know what, fine, have it your way. I've tried to make the peace. Y'all don't want that. You know what? You told me to leave. I'm going to leave. So I left, and I informed the people in Latin America. I told them about that. So again, I'm sure they didn't tell you about that. But with that being said, again, the Answer is watching everything. And he just, like me, he's like, this is not right. So he decided he had enough. And, so he closed the Spanish section. I mean, plus, it was only a matter of time. Excuse me. It's only a matter of time. A lot of people were going to leave anyway, because I already told them about what was going on. So I figured I'd just come on the record, let you know. The only reason I really left Dreamcancel is because I was told, specifically by Desmond, to leave Dreamcancel. So I did. So you, instead of blaming me for quote-unquote ruining Dreamcancel, because now it's quote-unquote dead, no one's there, Spanish section's not there, etc., you can blame Desmond for that. Thank you. All right. Next thing I want to talk about. Let's go back to all right, the flyer for Team Latin American Cup. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. I also want to say I'm going to donate. LDA Inc. is going to donate $200 to NEC for making a grand total of $500 for the bonus pot for King of Fighters 13 on December the 3rd. I won't be able to be there because I will be in Mexico. More than likely, I'll be in Mexico training for SoCal Regionals for the 5,000 in Puebla, more than likely, in that Yamato's tournament. So I can get my feet wet in KL 13. And, as I said in the other video, try to give myself the best chance to win. Man, but oh yeah, one thing I want to say in Dreamcancel. So again, when I reference the Dreamcancel fiasco, guys, now you guys know what I'm talking about. I know shady things happen all the time in tournaments or at forums. All the time that moderators act shady and staff act shady. But the way I look at it right now is like I don't have to tolerate it, man. And I don't. Again, forums used to be a major source of information, but I don't got to tolerate that anymore because I feel like my influence right now is so strong enough that I can go solo and be fine, if not better, than a lot of these sites. I mean, look at my Facebook. It's got almost 1,100 people on it. I mean, that's more than Dreamcancel by itself. So, I mean, that's my point. I don't have to tolerate this stuff. I can always go be independent and do it myself, and I don't have to deal with all these shady practices and stuff and have to deal with foreign politics. So now hopefully you guys will understand. So don't start blaming me for being the reason that Dreamcancel is not like it used to. Blame Desmond. You can look right at Desmond. You can say, hey, thank you, Desmond. And of course, he didn't say that he was the one that told me to leave. He said, Dark Geese just left his account. I haven't even visited Dreamcancel. Some people have told me that's what he said. But that's the full story for you in so many words. So just, yeah, he is the reason why I left Dreamcancel. Desmond, that's right. All right, now, back to this. I donated $200 to NEC. And so I wish people good luck at King of Fighters 13 for December 3rd. I wish you guys the best of luck. Though I limit my involvement with the United States in general, for all the stuff that I told y'all about, I help out where I can, and the company's gonna help out where it can. That's gonna be at my discretion. But if I feel like people need help, sometimes I'll donate money and stuff like that, and to help people out. I mean, yeah, it's just I'm independent now, so I do what I want to do. I'm not necessarily independence means I'm not affiliated necessarily with anybody. I mean, I can do whatever I want, which to me I feel is the best. I don't have to do tournaments in this area, or I don't have to do another. It's where I want to do tournaments. So, speaking about that, where I want to do tournaments, I want to talk about Battle for Mexico. The people that won, congratulations to Kula for beating the Zeros and coming back from a loser's bracket to win King of Fighters 2002. Him and Luis Cha, so they played the top 3 from Juarez to determine who would go to Japan. So, since Kula won 2002, he's going to Peru. Or Panama, whatever one we decide first. And since Kula and Luis Cha played the top 3 from Juarez to determine who to go to Japan, Kula and Luis Cha are going to Japan. So congratulations to them. However, something I wanted to address, since I see the whole Scotto situation is coming back up, I am not happy with the condition of the arcade in Juarez right now, or the 2002 arcade. Again, I'm hearing complaints about how the sticks were not maintained well. And the buttons have been given up. Well, that's the final warning I'm giving on that. It's happened once with the KOF Cup with Hummer, with the Scotto situation. It happens again, or it's happened a couple times at Battle for Mexico 2011, and that's it. No more. So what's gonna happen now is, look, they're gonna wires. You're gonna have to get another arcade and buttons and sticks, or I'm only gonna do 2002 tournaments on console. And I mean that's all needs to be said about that. Either y'all need to get a new cab and buttons and arcade sticks, or it's only gonna be console, because my tournaments I'm holding them to a high standard, high caliber, especially with international. I'm gonna hold them to a very high standard, and therefore again, everyone's gonna have to go by that standard to get these events. And so Wars is gonna be any different. They're gonna have to hit the same criteria and standard that I hold to everybody else. Because if we're going to do anything on arcade, the cabs must be in a certain fashion. It must be up to standard, by standard. Or if not, again, that's why I prefer console, because everyone can bring their own sticks and buttons. And if they don't bring their own sticks, etc., for console, well, they can't blame anyone but themselves for if they don't like how someone else's stick is. Well, that just comes with the business, goes with the flow. All right. Next thing I want to show you with the updated Team Latin America list. Right now we have Kula, Bart, Andres, Luis Chak, Zeus, Kinzu, Abraham, Cannibal, Cesar Dash, K9999, Bala, Romance, El Combos Toshi, Fred Slasher, Dan Diamond, Cabasinia, Joker, Javier, Alejandro Tres, Designer, Coco, and El Rosa. These are all the new members of Team Latin America, and I'm recruiting more. Also said that, check my Facebook, because I'm doing constant updates. And I do have a lot of different groups. So Team Latin America is one group. Team LDA World is another group. And since these are all sponsored by the company LDA Inc., anyone that's being sponsored on these teams pretty much is going to have the LDA name in front of it, like you see in these tournaments like Evo, whatever, like EMP, whoever, or whatever, name they do for sponsor. Well, they're going to have LDA in front of them, that way they know they're sponsored. These players are sponsored, so, yeah, that covers that. I'm trying to think. Final thing I want to cover is that Luis Cha is, right now, let's see here. That Luis Cha is in, he's he's in Tijuana right now. He's going to cover this way we can break foot and step foot in Tijuana so he can record. I told him to record as much 2002 UM, 90 UM as possible. He's going to be there for a week, and I want to see what the level play is. And I'm waiting to receive the videos from Battle for Mexico. So as soon as I receive them, they should be sent from El Paso in DVDs. I will be uploading it, and then Luis Cha, when he gets back from Mexico City, or from Tijuana for a whole week, he's gonna send me a lot of videos, a week's worth of videos from Tijuana. So we see a bunch of various games that are not just 2002. And then after that, he's gonna go to the tournament that Team Cuevas is holding for KO 13. So there's a lot of stuff still going on right now. Thus, I feel I wanted to give this update and again get on the record about Dreamcancel, so people can know, what's really going on. That, and again, place the blame where the blame is. That's on Desmond. He's really the reason why. So you want to say one person ruined Dreamcancel? Well, you could technically say it's Desmond, because I did tell people what was going to happen if I left Dreamcancel. I told them if I left, I was going to take these people with me. And they didn't seem to care. So I was like, fine. They they obviously are pushing I think I'm bluffing. So I'm going to show them what's going to happen. So I really can't be sorry for what's currently going on Dreamcancel right now. I really can't. I'm sorry, but I told them this was going to happen. They seem to not care. So, hey, you make your bed, you lie in it. That's all I can say. I'm moving on. You guys see I'm doing perfectly fine. Matter of fact, I think I'm doing better now that I'm independent. It's time to deal with stuff like that. So that's basically it, guys. Hope y'all have a great weekend or whatever. And I've got Friday off work, so you'll see a lot of videos being uploaded, etc. So y'all take care, and more than likely, Geese Tower matches will be coming back this weekend. I got a lot of stuff to test out, and so just keep watching and stay on my YouTube. Watch my YouTube and Facebook. All right, guys, later.